They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish. South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Army Black Knights, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Lining up to kick off and get this one started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Army Black Knights offense will go on the attack first.
He has space to run down the field and make the big play.
Gets the back moving. They'll give it to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Notre Dame's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
To go up top on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front 7. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up close to their own end zone.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Fullback's got it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
There's an old school play you don't see very often anymore. Who's to say that fullbacks are dinosaurs today in college football? They turn around, they hand it off to the big fella, and he pays it off with a touchdown.
From the gun. Floating away. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play action fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Set up for the free kick from their own 20. Find some fresh air. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Tight end now in motion. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Time to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback keeper. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth.
Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out. Open space at the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The give to the tailback. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And everybody everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way.
This kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They'll send the back in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, third and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on first and second or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Goes to the option. They get him for a safety. He tried with everything to scoop it up and get it out of the end zone, but they were there to stop him.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have.
They thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Bring in the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Breaks into the open. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
All right, so killed the clock in the second half. Wanted to pay respect to the armed forces after we got the defense right after that first drive. So you see, not much for the stats. Still beat them 48-3. 166 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns for the team. We threw the ball for 251, 3 touchdowns. They only had 16 passing yards. But armed forces kept them in the negative with all of the sacks. They were 1 for 8 on third. We were 4 for 8 on third because we were just kicking field goals. I mean, they did get 2 legit stops on us. So, that's that. All right. Let's see. We got penalized one time for 5 yards because I accidentally held the button down too long. It was on 4th down. So I just wanted to kick the field goal. So you see the QB, 14-17, 251, 3 touchdowns. Paxton, 144 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. The QB, 7 carries for 17 yards. I was doing a lot of quarterback dives, y'all. Shoot clock on quarterback dives once we got down into the red zone and just kicking field goals. The fullback, he had 2 carries for 5 yards, got him a touchdown. He got a carry late. Once we got close to the red zone, I was like, here, I'm gonna give him 1 more carry. Eifert, 4 catches, 46 yards. He's a senior. Chosen, 4 catches, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's just a sophomore, already at 89. Abraham, 4 catches, 97 yards, a touchdown. He's just a sophomore. He's already at 95, y'all. And then Yoder, he's just a junior. So all the receivers, well, I can't say that. Yoder might leave. But he had 2 catches for 13 yards. No sacks given up, 14 pancakes for Fowler and Waiters, 12 for Bunch and Boozer, 10 for Tualo, 4 for Eifert, 2 for Cardin and Manuwai, and 1 for Chosen. The wide receiver got a pancake, y'all. Not much for the defensive stats because we got a lot of sacks, a lot of tackles for losses, so there was only a few guys that was in there. The captain, Mike Lear, 12 total tackles, 7 tackles for losses, 2 sacks. Me, all my tackles for losses, 3.5 sacks. To lead, 6 tackles, 4 tackles for losses, 2 sacks. Norris, 6 tackles, 5 tackles for losses, 3.5 sacks. And then Jameson had 4 tackles. Let's see. Liggins, 2 tackles for losses. Maddox, tackle for a loss. I think I got everybody with the sacks. Yeah. No turnovers. Clean game. Appreciate you for tuning in. Stay smart, stay safe. More action to come. We jumping into week number 4 now. So we're going to see what games that we got set up for us. Let's take a look. Appreciate you for tuning in. Stay smart, stay safe. More action to come. Remix.